Hello and welcome to the chat. How are things going today? I hope things are going well with you. So, I wanted to talk about some things. First of all, I hope everybody had a wonderful, wonderful weekend. And as you notice, I put some music in the background. I never want the live to go silent without having some type of noise in the background, so that people don't think that the chat actually stopped. I first want to thank everybody that has joined the lives thus far. Thank you so much for being a willing participant. Thank you for those that have actually come on the panel and spoken up. Thank you for those that are encouraging me to go further. So, with that being said, I'm trying to wait a minute to see if a couple more people will come on in. So what I'm gonna do until someone else comes in, I'm gonna play a little bit of music real quick, just so before we begin. So hold on a second. Yeah, I'm vibing with this one. So if you're out there in the chat, please state who you are. I'm trying to see if YouTube will give out a notification so I can get a couple people in here. But YouTube does what YouTube wants to do. Okay. So I'm going to turn the music down and I am going to begin. State who you are so that I can recognize you in the chat. Okay. I found some very interesting information out that really blew my mind, you guys, and I had no idea. We're going to go ahead and talk about, everything that we're supposed to talk about. But I found some very, very interesting information when I was researching. And this is not something that I made up. These are articles that have been written that I believe not many people want to recognize or say anything about. So it's going to blow your mind. As it blew my mind, I was like, bull crap. So the one thing I don't know if y'all ready for this or not. I'm telling you, when I tell you that if you don't do your research and you don't study, you will not know. And a lot of times, information that's right in front of your face, they will dummy it down so that you won't find it out for yourself. That's why my dad always say, baby, research for yourself. Don't take everybody's word. Find out for yourself. And when you find out for yourself, it'll be a whole lot better. So the first one I want to hit y'all with, and I hope YouTube don't get mad at me and strike my channel, you guys. That would be really sad. So let me see. Let me find. So before I show you, this is Dr. Fauci's mother. And if you think I'm kidding, you better do the research for yourself. Bam. This is Dr. Fauci's mother. Child trafficker Mother Teresa was Anthony Fauci's mother. And this one was written in 2020. So everybody was worshiping Mother Teresa. And there are so many articles on her that says that she was not who everybody thought she was, that she was the supplier for these uh, adult living of children type of people. And I'm trying to be careful because I don't know what I can and cannot say on this channel. So basically, her system was like a fostering system too, a caretaking system as well. But as you can see, it says that she was into child trafficking and that she's Dr. Fauci's mother. This is the man that's pushing on vitamins, if you get what I'm saying. Because there's certain channels can't say the actual word. I don't have that kind of power to say that kind of word. So I'm really shocked myself. All right. So this is what I found. And I kept searching and searching. And every time I researched and put in her name, it would come up with different articles about what she was doing. So I'm going to go ahead and read this. This says September the 13th, 2020. And I always allowed them to see who wrote the story to give them their credit because I'm not the creator of the story. I'm just bringing you the information. It says, new bombshell intel reveals that Dr. Anthony Fauci is the son of the late Mother Teresa, who was a child trafficker for Jeffrey Epstein. Ain't that something? So that's why people got to be careful who they worshiping, who they're listening to, who they're a part of, who your friends are, who your associates are, what circle you are putting yourself into, because you never know who you are around and who you are dealing with. Okay? This article is here for itself. I didn't write any of this. I just kept on looking up CPS and people's complaint about their corruption. And lo and behold, this is one of the things that popped up. And I wasn't even looking for this. I know a lot of people are going to be peed off at me for this. Like I said, I didn't write this. I was looking for CPS and its corruption. And this popped up. And I kept ignoring it. And when I put the same search in, it popped up again. And I grabbed it this time and was like, are you kidding me? Because I really had very, very high respects for Mother Teresa. But I don't know how they were able to get this information on their own for themselves. I have no clue. And if this is not real information, they need to recant this whole entire article and those other articles that were written about her. Okay? So let me continue to pull this story, okay? So you see this. It says, welcome to the fall of the false idols. We all know the name Mother Teresa. She won a Nobel Peace Prize for her so-called humanitarian work and founded the Missionaries of Charity. When she was on her world tour, she gathered millions, rumored to be billions of dollars from the rich, because they foolishly believed that she would be able to help the poor and suffering in India. Many people would believe that India was currently is eternal grateful to her. They think that they're currently and still eternally grateful for the work that she said that she was doing. How wrong they are, but what did she really do with all the money? Okay, that was their question. It surely wasn't used to improve the conditions of the suffering. Mother Teresa was not a living saint, and in fact, was somewhat morally corrupt with a lot of evidence. Wow. So it seemed like they did some deep searching on her. So I'm going to keep on reading. Mother Teresa's money was mostly spent on funding pedophilia and child R word. I can't say it on this channel, and not on the poor. She built a hundred facilities all over the world with her name and organization, Missionaries of Charity, on each one. Most of them were, I don't know what this means, nunneries of papist run children's homes, where millions of children were abused, beaten, and sodomized on a daily basis. How this person got this information is beyond me, but I'm going to keep on reading. Many of these children were brainwashed and conditioned into cult like thinking to make them act like her, thus springing her cult of suffering. Okay? Ever wonder why the Catholic Church rushed to canonize Mother Teresa after her death? Turns out she was a child trafficker, selling babies and funneling between 50 to 100 million per year to the Vatican. Mother Teresa's connection include baby Doc Duvalier. I don't know what that means. The Haitian dictator, um, savings and loan criminal Charles Keating, and Robert Maxwell, the father of Jeffrey Epstein's child sex trafficking partners. Ghislaine Maxwell, and here's the kicker: Mother Teresa opened the DC-based home for infant children with none other than Hillary Clinton. This orphanage of sorts was quietly closed in 2012. Wow. Talking about there's no more videos here, and I wouldn't show it anyway. So they're showing the same thing. I don't know what this Vatican City thing is. I don't know if that is something that she got for being arrested or what. And I'm gonna try to blow this up a little bit if it doesn't hurt my screen, hurt the view. Hold on. It says Fauci is the son of Mother Teresa, who was a child trafficker for Jeffrey Epstein. Who knew Mother Teresa was a piece of blank child trafficker? So they got various pictures here, and it's really crazy. That's really crazy. How beautiful, lady. That's a mouthful. Yes. Who wrote the article? Good afternoon, beautiful. I hope y'all are doing well. Yes, Vatican City in Rome with a Pope list. Yeah. Who wrote the article? Hold on one second. It's called The Dark Post. They wrote this article. Yeah, it's something else that to find out that this is Dr. Fauci's mother. I'm like blown away. Hello, all my lovely people. Would you like to come up, Air Force? Or are you busy? Yeah, who knew that, like I was saying earlier, that I was literally looking for CPS information and this popped up. And I was like totally shocked. Like, wait a minute. And I overlooked it. But then when I searched again, I said, oh my goodness, what do we have here? So, like my dad said, if you don't do your research, honey, you're gonna go by what everybody and their mama tell you. And that's one thing I don't want to do, is go by what other people tell me. I want to be able to think for myself and to look for myself. You know what I'm saying? So, oh, okay, you're going to listen to this one. Okay. So then, hold on, I went on and I continued to look, and I found, hold on, let me see. This one. And this one was only, this is what got me, because I'm like, where are they getting all this information? Where are they getting this information? This is not the only site It's multiple sites that have the same information. So it's scary to me, who we start to like and say, oh, this person is wonderful. We're praising them, and we think we can trust them, and then we come to find out, you know what I'm saying? So it's basically saying the same thing that the other article said. It's saying the same exact thing. It has, but this picture right here got me because somebody actually got a video about it. And see, I don't know what this stuff is. I don't know if it's going to lead to a video, and I really don't want to stream somebody else's video without getting their permission. So I just wanted to bring this information up here real quick, So um, that just threw me for a loop. It threw me for a loop because I didn't expect to see anything like this. Um, you know, when I'm looking up, CPS. Okay, so let me go into this information right here. So I was searching and I found top CPS lawyers near you. So they have a number of let me turn this music down a little bit because I don't want nobody to fall asleep. And I hope that by me finding this information didn't, offend anyone. It's just that information is out there. So I hope, wow, yes, it is scary. Hold on. Instead of me reading this itty bitty writing, I wonder if the doc, who knows? Hi, Anna B, baby. How you doing? How you doing, mamas? Yeah, I wonder too. Anna B, you just checked in. What happened was in the beginning. I know a lot of people believe in Catholicism and Mother Teresa, but I was showing where I was doing some research and I was looking up CPS, and lo and behold, a couple of articles popped up. One was that Mother Teresa is Dr. Fauci mom, is his mother. And another one is that she was a child trafficker. And it blew me away. And I was like, oh my God. So I hope that I'm not offending anyone. But like my dad say, if you research for yourself and you look up the information for yourself, you can find it. Excuse me. Like I said, I wasn't looking for anything about Mother Teresa or anybody. I was just looking up things about CPS. This is what I was looking for right here. I was searching for this and I literally found it. And Mother Teresa had popped up first. And I was like, I don't want to see that. And I'm like, wait a minute, what the heck is going on here? So when I did it again, I think I accidentally lost the page and I went back into a search again to find CPS lawyers near you. And then Mother Teresa, it popped back up again. So I was like, let me go ahead and see what this is about. So I'm very, very shocked that this woman funneled millions, if not billions, of dollars. And it's just sad. It's sad. These children today and children in general, it's like they don't really have a fighting chance because it seems like there's a spirit after the children, because if the children are cut off before, they can grow, then we're not going to have a generation for the future. And we were talking about how Now CPS, when young women go into the hospital, especially single mothers, even if you are a single mother, you better have family with you. Do not try to deliver your newborn by yourself. If your husband is in the military, have the whole family surrounding you. Have reports from your doctor prior to you going to the hospital delivering your baby. Have all your medical records, get copies of everything. As soon as you come from the hospital, make copies of it and go have your baby. And so when you have your baby in the hospital, comes in and says, hey, this child has drugs in its system, or there's potential abuse of some sort, you have your doctor's files, which are legal and binding documents that no court can throw out, to prove that there was no drugs or anything in your system. But then again, I'm going to be honest with you. You have to be careful, because some doctors will even poke you and you think you're getting medication, and they could be sticking some type of substance in you to make it seem like you have drugs in your system. So when you go to fight that case, they'll say, well, the doctor drew blood and we found this in your system. So you have to be extremely careful. If you could have a home birth with your doctor and all the blood work and all the stuff right after you give birth, and have video documentation, that could help you. Because if you take your baby to the another doctor and they say, oh, there's drugs in this mother's system, your doctor can show you're telling a bald-faced lie. So people are up, and people say, you be reaching, you be thinking. Trust me, I'm constantly thinking of stuff that people can do to harm you, because people out here, they're so evil, they're so hateful, they don't care nothing about you, because they're, like my dad say, hurt folks like to go out and hurt other people. Hurt people will hurt other people. And that's a true saying. If you look at it today, you see a lot of violence. That's because somebody's hurting or been hurt and they want to lash out on somebody else. Like the bully at school. The bully at school will be abused at home and then come to school and put his anger out on someone else, somebody that doesn't even deserve it. Instead of learning how to cope or saying, you know what, I'm not going to be like my parents, I'm going to do better, they repeat the same behavior. So it's like a generational trait that they have. So I wanted to show that, hold on a second, let me find it. Okay. They have all types of lawyers. If you're in New York, I'm going to see what happens here, because I don't know. It's just saying info law. So they have a couple of lawyers here. You can go back and you can look at this later. I just want to show you some of the CPS lawyers in New York. And this time I'm going to take the time and show all the lawyers. I hope it's not boring to you, because somebody may be able to grab one of these lawyers and get some help. And it has some information on the side. See, it has like a little writer. It said, what does CPS look for in a home visit? And then they said, when can CPS take your child? So there's different things in here that you can go back in this video, stop and pause and read it for yourself. If the writing is big enough, I tried to make it as big as I could. Let me see if I could stretch it just a little bit more. Okay, now let me go back up. I apologize if I'm repeating, but I just want you guys to see. See, it says lead counsel, verified attorneys in New York. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and go down. I know I'm going a little bit fast, but it says, are there any CPS lawyers near me in New York? And so they give you the information. The possibility of losing your children is more than many parents can bear. Getting the representation you deserve to protect your rights is never more important than you I mean, when you are faced with a CPS case, you have rights under the law, and an experienced CPS attorney will help you navigate the system to work towards a positive outcome for everyone. The info, the law info directory can assist you in finding a verified CPS lawyer in New York. So here's information right here. Okay, so what does CPS look for in a home visit? So it is giving you information, and I hope that the writing. Hold on, let me see. Not even the baby's father, you are you or your mom. Say it again. That's crazy. Hold on a second. Let me. I want to pull up some of these writings. My daughter had her baby. They wouldn't let anyone in the room. No, that's a tactic, baby girl. That's a tactic. That's a tactic. That's why I say you got to be careful. That's crazy. You said that because they tried to say my daughter had morphine in her system. My daughter doesn't. See, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I don't know why my head is the way that it is. I don't know why I think the way that I think. That's just the way that I think. I always think outside of the box. You know what I'm saying? I always do. They can definitely do that. How do they not know that the doctor didn't give her morphine or something like that? You know what I'm saying? And how do you not know that the nurse might have? And you can get a nurse that'll clearly make an honest mistake, but she will be afraid to tell the truth and make it seem like you're out there doing drugs and you're not doing anything. And they should have let somebody in that room. Don't blame it on the cocoa. You know what I mean? Don't blame it on the cocoa. You can put a facial mask on. Nobody at Air Force, they had the rule. That's crazy because let me tell you something. My aunt passed away during COVID, and they only let two people in the room, and she was on all types of machines and stuff. And we had, we were making a decision whether we should pull her off or not. And so my mom made the decision because she wanted me to do it. And I was like, no, I'm not going to do that because I don't know how I would feel after that. You know what I'm saying? So they went ahead and they pulled the plug. They called, and I knew when the phone rang that my aunt had passed away. So I just broke out and cried. But they do let people in. This was just a tactic, especially if they see that your daughter could potentially have a beautiful baby. They'll definitely do that. They'll definitely do that. And I think it's absolutely horrible that people can't even go and deliver their children in peace without somebody plotting against them. If you want a baby, why don't you go screw and have your own damn baby and give it away? You know what I'm saying? Give your own damn child away. Go and hump on some, and have a baby. you know you can't just snatch something. That's somebody's child. And your daughter is protected under the Fourth Amendment. She's protected under the Sixth Amendment and the 14th, and so is that baby. You guys, we have amendment rights. Air Force 5 actually read the rights to us to let us know. And you have the Fifth Amendment. You don't have to say a word. But one of the things that I found out is that you can actually, if CPS come to your door and they say, oh, we have a suspicion of child abuse, let me tell you something. I would have my child dressed in, like, I hate the name of the t-shirt, like a wife beater t-shirt, some shorts, some sandals, so they can see the child's leg. And if they say, oh, there's abuse, I would have my phone, like Air Force 5 said, get your phone and start video recording immediately. Immediately start video recording. Once you start video recording, record them at the door. Try and tell your child, don't say a word. Just tell them there's no child abuse. Have your child, tell your child, lift up. Matter of fact, because they feel that there's child abuse, lift up, take your shirt off. Take your shirt off and show her. Turn around slowly so that she can see your body, that there's no bruises on your chest, your neck, your back. Then put your shirt back on. Lift up, your leg, your leg to your pants, like, because I don't want them to say, "Oh, you got him doing, porn in front of the CPS." They'll use anything to try to trap you up. Tell them, lift your leg up, turn around, do the other leg, turn around, show your feet. Your feet are clean. Show your hands are clean. Look at your hair, show your hair is clean. Let them look at your face, see that there's no bruises, and say thank you very much, and then walk away. Because once you do that, guess what? They can't say, oh, if they say, oh, we saw visible bruises, honey, let me tell you, like Air Force 5 said, make a copy because you can't take your cell phone in there. I will get myself a DVD burner, burn me a DVD showing the date, the time that social work was there, and everything. And when they take that into court and find out that social, I will get me a lawyer on pro bono because you have proof. They done wrote down that you did all this stuff to your child. So now you have this video, you give it to your lawyer look at it, you take your kid in with you and show that there's nothing on that child. So when that social worker lies and said there's abuse and they take your child out, now you sue the lawyer. I mean, you sue the police that came with them. You sue the CPS worker, and you see the CPS worker individually, and you sue their job. You sue the CPS worker individually, and you sue her job, and you sue the government. So guess what? They won't do it again because someone won. Yep, they like to go after these mixed babies. Yep. Yep. They like to go after these mixed babies. So I would have been like, no, if you're not gonna, I would have been like, no. That's why it's best to have your own doctor when you get ready to go into labor. You have your own doctor. That's what you're paying him for, to be able to utilize the hospital that you're going to be delivering your child out of. And so if your doctor is there, your doctor is like, no, there's got to be a mistake. I see my client constantly, and all tests that we have taken, and I would have him pull up every blood test. Well, nowadays they put it on the internet and you can go through your medical portal, on the internet. I will make copies of every last test that showed the day before I went. I'll be like, can you do a blood test the day that I actually go in there? And I say, okay, it happened this time, versus them saying, well, when she was in the hospital, there was evidence that she had morphine. There was evidence that she had this. There's evidence that she had that. So right after after they do the blood work, which takes no time at all, because when I was in school, I did phlebotomy, and it don't take no time at all to do the test. They could pull those tests up and say, this is like an hour before she went in, and she was in the hospital waiting. So there's no way possibly that this woman could have got a hold to morphine. She doesn't even have access to anything like that. So there's so many ways. If those CPS workers get caught lying, they absolutely can be jailed, because they're writing down a sworn affidavit. They're writing down under oath. So they are not exempt from going to jail. California has the highest amount of CPS workers that are in prison right now. They have the highest amount. When can CPS take your child? CPS can usually only remove a child from their home if there is a valid, reasonable concern for the child's safety. An order for removal is typically granted by a judge, either after an investigation or before an investigation. If they consider your situation such a severe emergency that it requires instant separation, emergency removal cases are rare. However, so unless there is an imminent threat, an investigation will need to take place first. Case of neglect and abuse are the most likely cause for CPS to take your children, and lying. So don't forget to put lying. Sorry, I just had to keep it real. Yeah, that's a question. See, that's why I said I wanted you up here, Air Force. You have some good questions. Wow, they took your grandbaby? Wow. I can't spell. Jesus. Wow. You know what? When I'm on, I just wanted to let you guys know that you're on YouTube. I'm on StreamYard, so there is an absolute delay because I actually sat there and listened to myself, and there is a delay. Excuse me. Right. Thank God. Thank God. I'm happy. Here comes my buddy. Delay. Excuse me. Hello.
Hello?
Right. Thank God. You're gonna have to turn that down in the background so we don't echo, buddy.
Okay. Wait a minute.
Hello. Right. Thank God. You're gonna have to turn that down.
Okay.
Oh, no buzzing today.
Don't be so smart.
You know I gotta mess with you once in a while.
Yeah. It was,
But yeah, that's crazy. They know she can't get to morphine on her own. That's stupid.
yeah. I can't see the. Wait a minute. Can I bring up the comments? Okay, there we go.
Anna, you wanna come up? If you do, there's a invite button. I mean, I dropped the link in the chat and we can all talk. If you want to come up, just say, and I'll like if you go and hit it, I'll bring you up. Let me see if I could drop this link again easier instead of her having to scroll way up to Timbuktu.
I am so glad that you're doing this advocacy type thing for people who don't understand or how CPS works.
Amen. Thank you. Yeah, it's it's sad because I'm still thinking about the other girl. Was her name Anna too?
Mm, I don't think. I think it was. I'm not quite sure. I can't remember her name. I think her
I
name. I think it was Anna. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm concerned about her because we haven't heard from her
Yeah.
since she got on,
Yeah.
and I'm really concerned about her. I don't know how to reach out to her, but I'm gonna try to do some research.
Did
Who
she
was
have your?
that?
Did she? Does she have your email?
Yeah, I told her to email me, but I haven't seen anything in my email.
Okay.
Yeah, when I tell somebody to email me, I look the next day and I continue to look in
Mm,
case they say, "Well, I'm gonna go ahead and hit her up."
okay.
Yeah. It is very ridiculous what's going on. So this is why I'm doing this, because it's not like I'm making up things, because sometimes they go, you don't know what you're talking about. No, it's not that I don't know what I'm talking about. It's just that the information is out here and a lot of people are so stressed out because of CPS that they don't know which way to turn. So I'm trying to say, hey, check it out over here. Here, I know you stressed out and I know you're going through a lot of stuff, but if you read this information, this is something that might be able to help you in your situation.
Yeah. As long as you give it to them, and as long as they apply it, that's the thing. If they go and apply what you have given them, then they will. Things for them would turn out better. Hopefully,
Right.
you know? Because once you read at least those amendments to them, they can go back on Google and look it up, and then just take notes at the key points of those amendments. They don't have to write the whole thing out if they don't want. Just make sure you have the key notes to it. You know.
Right. And
You.
while you're talking, I'm gonna go ahead and start scrolling the different lawyers in different areas while you're talking.
Hmm. And then once they give it to the attorney, because I know he or she is going to have some things that they're going to present in the court. So whoever it is that's going in front, male or female, that's going in front of CPS and the judge, can come out being stronger, and being able to uh, communicate of what their rights are, you know. But
Mhm.
like I said before, you gotta do just like you do. They got to do their research. They got to do their recording. Put that take their phone and put that voice recorder on there, and just let it run. If you want to, even if you want to put your phone down, just let that recorder just run. And
Hold on, that's my crazy dog. Hold on one second.
But Anna B, I am so glad that they didn't take your granddaughter. Because that would have been a terrible thing. Because you and your daughter together would have had to fight that thing for real. Especially when they found morphine and she doesn't do drugs at all. But see, then the burden of proof, lies on you and your daughter, and that's how that works. So you got to take that thing to court, and the prosecutor has to show the burden of proof. And if you tell them, well, here's my proof, you know, we have doctor's notes, doctor's orders, doctor this, doctor that. Here's the doctor's name. Here's the hospital or clinic's name, so forth and so on. You know, don't let CPS. I mean, CPS. Or the judge or the prosecuting attorney have the say. Although they may have the final say, but you got to go to war with them. You got to go to war with them. Or you did see Anna on another channel? Who's Nick?
Huh?
No, Anna said she saw she had seen another Anna on Nick's channel.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so here are a bunch of lawyers in New York, but as you can see, they have lawyers for all the states. And like I said, it's called Law Info. So, Lord have mercy, Jesus. Yeah, so they have different lawyers in different states, so you could go on this website. And I think if I push every last one, I'll be doing this forever and a day.
Hmm.
So you can find CPS by state. And this was a good find to me because
Yeah.
so many people can go to this actual site and look up a lawyer. And these are child protective service attorneys. So they have a little bit of information down here at the bottom. Like you said, basically you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. We can give them all the information in the world, but if they don't apply it, then it's not on us. But I definitely, it just dropped in my heart because I was doing child trafficking and stuff like that because I had another channel before, and they actually snatched my channel because I was so close to a whole lot of information.
Hmm.
And so when Donald Trump was in office, it was all good. It was all good. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have any problems. But as soon as the Biden administration got in, they snatched it straight from me. And I was like hurt because I had so much information. I thank God I kept all of the information,
Hmm.
that I did. And the information that I did, like one was was somebody Podesta. You ever heard of him? Podesta? I can't remember his John Podesta or something like that.
Not offhand, no.
And I actually was able to search, and I found the flight log that they took over to the island with Jeffrey Epstein. It showed everybody's names. It showed how many times they went. It had all that information, and they snatched that sucker from me. They just like,
but you still have it though, right?
oh, I still have it. Yeah, I
Oh.
still have all that information. I woke up and my channel was gone.
Mm-hmm.
I cried and I cried. So if they would have never taken my channel, right now I believe I would probably be up there with Nick.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I passed Nick, but I believe I would be past him if if they hadn't have taken my channel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's literally crazy how things are going, how it went. I was like, what the heck? Why in the world would they take my channel from me and I didn't do anything?
Mm-hmm.
All I was doing was sharing information. That's all I was doing is sharing information that was out there. And I guess they felt like you too close. So guess what? We're going to straight take it away from you.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's what happened. So I had to come up with another channel. And it hurt me so bad, you know. And I was like, that's crazy. They don't want you to say nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I had hi Tracy baby, how you doing? How you doing? That's my girl right there too.
Hello,
Yeah, so
Tracy. How
they
you doing?
straight, yeah, they snatched it from me. And there's people that have had pages that were bigger than mine that was talking about some of the same stuff. And I'm talking about they had hundreds of thousands of followers and they just straight snatched the channel. But I think I know the person that was behind the first one
Mm-hmm.
because he was going around picking on folks. So I think because I didn't know how to fight,
Mm-hmm.
that was the reason why it got taken from me. Had I known how to fight, then I think that, you know, it would, I still probably would have had that page. But yeah, so yeah, they said the child protective services attorneys, some you could do pro bono, especially if you know that you have a good case and that what they're doing is lying against you and you know that you've done absolutely nothing. You know, I would like to know how they determined that this young lady had quote unquote morphine in her body. Um, did they show any medical proof? Did they show any blood work? Or was it just word of mouth? Because you, just because you said it with your mouth does not mean that it was actually true. It's not true. It's oh yeah, Anna B, I did. I cried. I sat there and I just cried and I cried and I cried and I cried and I just said, forget it. I have to just start all over. And I got hundreds of videos from my last channel, hundreds of videos. I don't even know if I could even use them. You know what I'm saying? Because it was dealing straight with child trafficking. So that's why I'm like, I don't know. So hopefully something will change where they'll stop censoring us. And once they do that, if they stop censoring us like that, or another platform comes where they won't censor us, then I will take all that information, change the beginning to my new name, and just start, you know, start posting those videos. Because those videos, on one video, I had 100,000 views,
Mm-hmm.
and it was gone.
Mm-hmm.
It was gone just like that. And then after they said that they struck me so many times, and so I still have the old email address to that um channel that they took away from me. I look and I got a YouTube section, like a file, and they started sending me messages saying that, oh, we took all the strikes off of you. All those strikes that they put on me, they took away, but I don't have a way to contact you to say, okay, here are the emails that you guys sent me saying that you removed all the strikes off of me. So why can't I have my page back?
Mm-hmm.
So there's like, if you get over 1,000 subscribers, then you'll be able to get a button where you can actually talk to someone, like Nick, you know, he gets to do.
Mm-hmm.
and they can review your video and say, well, there was no violation, so we're going to take this away from you. I have no way of fighting. If someone comes today and has a problem with one of my videos and strike me, I can write an appeal, but if it's not good enough for them, they'll give me a strike and I could be in danger of losing this channel as well.
Mm, mm, mm.
So it's really not fair. That's why a lot of people that have hundreds of thousands of subscribers, they're now creating their own like podcast and pages where they could go and upload their videos live and not be strict. So
Right. Right.
I don't have that kind of money to do that.
Mm-hmm.
But enough about me. So it was saying in this, it says Child Protective Services, CPS, investigate all reports of child abuse and neglect to ensure the safety of children and uphold child's law. When a report of suspected child abuse, child neglect, exploitation, or abandonment is received by the Department of Social Services, CPS conducts an investigation, which can include talking with the child and arranging for a medical or psychological examination. Although the primary goal of CPS is to protect the safety of the children, the objective is also to keep the child safely within their own families. Yeah, right. If CPS believes a child is in danger, the agency can arrange for the child to be temporarily removed from the home with the intent to work with the family so that the child can be returned safely as soon as possible. And that I don't believe with
Yeah.
everybody. And they're talking about the good social workers. So I'm not talking about the good social workers. I'm referring to the ones that are just hell upon hell upon hell, with no relief in sight. And I actually heard someone tell me that they had a social worker that was sleeping with one of the parents.
Mm,
And because that person was having a sexual affair, they got smart. So what they did was they had a couple of friends to because they noticed that sitting with the social worker, they was like, I know that my kid's dad is a dog. He's for the streets. So I know that he's like one of them type of people. He's very nice looking. So he's very charming, this, that, and the other. So they were sitting down at the girl's house, and a couple of her friends were there, just sitting there. And they observed afterward, they was like, you know what? She was making contact and he was flirting with her. And it seemed like something going on. So they end up like getting some other friends together and tailing her. And come to find out, he was so stupid that she still had access to his account where she could look up the phone calls and the numbers and things like that.
mhm,
So she kept trying to figure out who's this, and she paid the money. She paid the money to actually find out who number it was, and she was shocked. It was the social worker.
mm,
So she got all this information, started printing everything up, and they started following, her and all types of stuff. And so they saw them two go to a hotel room together, and they were just videoing it on their own.
mm,
And they were talking, they were showing the date and the time, and they showed their departure, her license plate, and all that stuff. And so when they finally went to court, she went before her lawyer pro bono, and she gave him all the footage. So
mhm,
they found out that the social worker was giving her hell, like just treating her so bad and just lying on her on a continual basis.
mm,
So when they gave that footage and information to the courts, the social worker ended up getting fired, and she had to serve time in jail. The girl sued her, she sued the office, and she sued the police that came with her too, because the police was like being really rough. He didn't have to be that disrespectful.
mm.
But yeah, she did her own footwork, and they was shocked, like, because I don't really I know somebody personally that had the same situation. I know somebody personally, but it wasn't to the point where this person did all that footwork. But this person was very firm and said, "I know what you're doing." And when it comes to prayer, God will let you know what's going on. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So she confronted, she said, "I know what you're doing." She said, "I know him. And I could tell you right now, he doing more than putting cable wires together." So with the way she spoke, and she did lie and say, other stuff. I can't remember what she said, but it scared that social worker so bad that she said that the child would be better with the mother, because the father was the abuser in the situation,
Hmm.
because he didn't want to pay child support, so he wanted to mess around and get the kid back. And I said, well, so you're gonna let him go back and let him abuse him again? So it was just a crazy mess. I was like, wow. And I had to pray for that girl, because she went through it like really bad. She went through it bad. That woman was not giving her. They don't send out notification all the time. I've missed out. Yeah, because they don't. I guess once I get up there past 1,000, you guys, when I say I'm going live, I think that by then YouTube will start throwing out notifications, because I'm starting over. I'm a small channel. They don't really care about me. You know what I'm saying? So when I start stomping the ground and shaking things up, then and only then. And like I said, the people that are joining me now, as I get bigger in my channel, as I get bigger, I'm going to start allowing you guys more access to stuff. Especially like I said last week, if you kick somebody out and they email me and say this person kicked me out, I'm not going to go against your better judgment. I'm going to believe that you actually kicked that person out for a reason, and I'm not going to like say anything. So I'm gonna let you know that now. If you see a person and they talking crazy, I'm just gonna let them go, because I'm not gonna have you guys battling with somebody that yeah, now that's what I'm saying. They're starting to, they really don't care about me, Tracy. They really don't care about me. What I got, 237, they can care less. But even the big channels, one girl I watched, she got like, I think she got a couple like maybe 800 or so more people to go before she reaches 1 million, and they mess with her too. Yeah. So it's a lot of stories out there, a lot of people that have been through pure hell with CPS, pure hell, more than we could ever know. So I wanted to show you guys something else. Hold on. Oh, that's what I did. I put in medical kidnapping and it came up with Mother Teresa.
That's terrible.
And yeah, it came up with Mother Teresa. Okay, I'm trying to find this site. That I'm not look 3 times more than children. If I let me see. Oh, wait a minute. They saying something here in this. It's called medical kidnap, and They're talking about. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can share this with you guys.
Yeah, and don't forget to put this site that's with these lawyers. Don't forget to put that in your.
Oh, it's there. It's there at the beginning.
Okay.
Yeah, I made sure to remember to do that, because when I did it earlier, I said, "Oh, let me do what he said."
Yeah, but I don't see it.
Hold on a second. Let me see. Um, Hold on a second. You mean hold on? Move, baby. I want my crackers.
Yeah, the thing about the info. What's that? The lawyers the lawyer site, CPS lawyer site.
Hold on a second. I'm about to give it to you right now. Hold on 1 second. Right here. Why did I put that in there? Yeah, it's called lawinfo.com.
Okay.
Yeah, lawinfo.com. Let me see if I can throw it up here. Yeah, that's the site right there for lawyers.
Okay.
Or maybe I should have wrote it different. Hold on a second. Let me see. I'm gonna have to do it different.
That's fine. Oh, Anna B wanted to know if she could share your channel and videos.
She could do whatever she wanna do.
You got that, Anna? You do
She
whatever
could
you
do
want to
it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, she could do whatever it is she wanna do. That's my girl right there. MJ, come here. Tracy wanna talk to you.
do. You just started something, Tracy.
Say hi. Say it again.
Hi, Tracy. Hi, Tracy.
Yeah, he like Tracy. I asked him, can Tracy come play with his toys? He said, yeah. And then there's one named Team Angel. I said, well, how about Team Angel? Nope. I'm like, what? I said, just Tracy? He said, yep. I said, oh my God, he is too funny.
You want to play my toys?
See? Said, you want to play with my toys?
You want to play with my toys?
Oh, Tracy get all the love. Everybody else kick rocks.
You can play with my toys? No.
Okay, baby, that's enough.
Okay, I'm gonna
Go ahead and talk to them for a second. I want to grab him a snack real quick, okay? Air Force,
Yeah.
talk to them for 1 second. I'm about to grab him a real quick snack.
Oh, okay. How you doing, MJ?
He said, how you doing?
How you doing?
I'm doing fine, thank you. How was your day?
How was your day?
My day.
Never
My day
mind.
was great.
I'm gonna put it on mute. Go ahead and talk to the panel real quick.
Okay. Fire Mama 411, how are you today? Welcome to the chat. Yeah. I don't. You know what? I don't know what to say to you guys. But the thing is, as Together said, make sure you guys do your research. If you find yourself in any situation of problems with CPS, because and make sure you know those amendments: the Fourth Amendment, the Fifth Amendment, the 14th Amendment, and the 16th Amendment. Make sure you if you don't need to write it all up, but if you want to copy those things and underline the important factors in those amendments, because if it ever, God forbid it does, but if it ever happens, at least you have your CPS folder that you can fall upon, you know? And like I said before, tape everything. Tape everything. If you don't want to videotape it, voice record it. Voice record it always. You know, that way you have enough fire within that folder when you go to court. So they won't be saying this and that, so forth and so on. You know. because you have to do it. You always, always, always have to protect yourself, and protect your children. That's the thing about it. God gave those children to you all to love, to take care of, to nourish, to help grow to become beautiful men and women, and you don't want them to be going into any other family that's that treat them dirty, may treat them dirty. Quincy Towns, sir, how are you this evening? How you doing, brother? You know, but always make sure that you take care of your family. That's your family, not someone else's family. Those are your children. You birthed those kids, not the foster parent, not
Right.
CPS. You birthed those children. You gave that nourishment of love to them when
That's right.
once they came out that belly, you know, and that nurse laid that child upon your chest, and that child looked up into your eyes. Yes, that's yours, not CPS, not foster care. That's
Right.
yours, you know. And there was a thing that um, when Denzel Washington mother had passed, I forgot what show he was on, but he said the oldest son, his first love, his very first love is his mother. And I thought about that and I said, well, that is so right. So the very first female that your son has ever fallen in love with is you, his mother.
Right.
And you always have to remember that and take that to heart and keep it in your brain every day. When you wake up in the morning with that child, no matter how naughty he may be or how naughty she may get, you know, that's your love right there. That's that your husband or your significant other may be your first love, but
Mm-hmm.
that child is your main love. I don't know whether you got that or not.
Mm-hmm.
Your
That's
husband
true.
or your significant other who was who you're with your child, always remember that man could be your love, your big papa, your sugar daddy, whatever you want to call him. But that main love, that main love that God gave you, that's your main love. That child is your main one. Your
Mm-hmm.
main one. That's your main love right there. 'Cause
Yep.
that was a gift to you. That was a gift to you. That was a gift to you. A gift. Not a right.
Yep.
Not it wasn't a right for you to have. Dog, it wasn't a right. It was a gift. And you're
Mm-hmm.
gonna go through some toils and troubles, some aches and pains, and some trials and tribulations with that child. But once you show that child true love, and maybe sometimes that love may be hard because it may be some things that a spanking, or a timeout. But explain to that child. You have to explain. If you're gonna spank, you know, not brutally, but a little pat on the butt or something like, or a little slap on the hands or something like that. Or if you're going to give that child a timeout, let them know why you're giving them that timeout. Let them know why, so they'll
Right.
understand that mommy done put me in timeout for that. I know I can't do that again.
Right. Right.
I can't do that again. Like I said before in one of your lives that when I had spanked my child, for something that she did,
Mhm.
I had to go to the bathroom. I had to go to the bathroom and I cried my eyes out because that was the first time that I ever spanked my child.
Right.
And I said, I'll never do that again. I will always, when her mother would call me and say, well, your daughter did this, your daughter did that, you know. And once I have her for that weekend, I would say, well, your mother called me and told me that you did this, you did that, and I am very disappointed in you. That made her cry more than me giving her a spanking.
Right.
Her mother was the one that disciplined her with the spanking,
Mhm.
you know. So I said, I did my part. I did. I gave her the love. I mean, she's my one and only. I gave her the love, the the utmost love that I could give to her, the utmost talk that I could give to her. You know,
Mhm.
she said, "Well, Daddy, Mommy won't let me do this," and Mommy, I said, "Well, did she tell you why she wouldn't let you do this or that?" No. Well, I guess she sent me. She sent you to me to explain to you why. You know, this is
Kids can be very manipulative too. They know exactly why mommy or daddy said you can't do something like this little fella here. I
hmm
say no, then he'll go, Daddy. And he'll go, what? Can I go outside? He'll go, yeah. I'll be like, wait a minute. I just said no.
hmm
So they know, they know exactly what they're doing.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. But like I said, when she sends her to me and says, "Well, Mommy said I can't do this, I can't do that," I said, "Okay." Did she tell you why? And so let me sit down and explain to you in terms. I hope that you will understand why she told you that you could not.
Right.
No. So then, after you offer punishment, then you know next time not to do what you did,
Right.
and
Exactly.
that's it. That's it.
Exactly.
And Anna, let me tell you something, baby. You take your daughter every day. And I don't mean once a week or once a month. You take your daughter every day and your grandchild, your granddaughter. You take them every. See, this kind of thing gets to my heart. You know, it really does, because it just does. But Anna, you take your daughter and your granddaughter every chance you get. When you wake up in the morning and you thank God for what you have, you pull them together before you go to work or before your daughter goes to work, whatever, and you give both of them a hug before you leave that door.
Mm-hmm.
And when you come back in from work and they're there at the house, you hug them again.
Mm-hmm.
You hug them again, because the way the world is today,
Mm.
at this very month, this very hour, this very second, this very minute, nothing is promised to us. Nothing is promised to us,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And like when Quincy was in the last chat that I was in with you all, Quincy, brother, man, yeah, I mean, I said, man, if I had 1,000 arms oh man, ooh, if I had 1,000 arms in the with I, if I had 1,000 arms, I could stand up with my chest open, you know, and just give you my heart. Because
Wow.
brother, I salute you to the utmost. God will make sure that you and your kids will be safe and sound. No matter what trials and tribulations, hurt or pain that you all may go through as you all grow together, brother, when God sees you doing what you doing, man, you talking about blessings upon blessings upon blessings. What you talking about? And you may say to yourself, well, geez, where did this come from? It wasn't nothing but the blessing from God. The blessings from God. And
Amen.
Anna and Tracy. Who else is in here that I may have missed? Anna and
Shh.
Tracy. I'm telling you, young ladies, and I don't know, I've never met you all. I don't know how young or old you guys are, but let me tell you this. If ever your grandparents ever sat down and went through life and told you about their lives as far as growing up, take that to heart. Take it to heart and use it. Place it in the minds of your children also. Because if your grandparents or parents sat down and talked to you about life and what it can bring and what it won't bring, I'm telling you, I'm telling you, pass it on to your children so they can pass it on to their children. And watch they come back to you and say, Grandma or Mom, can you tell me another story about my great grandparents or about my grandparents? About my grandparents. The struggles that they went through. My mother raised three knuckleheads. That means three boys by herself mainly because my father had left. So it was actually my mother and my grandmother and grandfather who raised us.
Hmm.
You know, we were got shucks. I didn't know we was poor.
Right.
I didn't. I didn't know we was poor. I was going to school with holes in my shoes. My mother would stick pieces of hard cardboard in our shoes so
Mm.
we could go to school. If we had holes in our socks, my mother sat us down and showed us how to darn the toes of our socks. You know what was the perfect Friday in our house? The perfect Friday was when my mother came because she was working a swing shift. Our perfect Friday was a tuna fish sandwich, Kool-Aid, and cookies.
Mm.
That was our perfect Friday. And watching television. That was our perfect Friday.
Right.
You know, because she was trying to raise three boys by herself, although we had our grandparents, but she was the main one who disciplined us and talked to us, gave us insight on things,
Mm-hmm.
you know. I
Yep.
remember when I used to talk to people, I would hold my head down and not look at a person eye to eye. My grandmother said, well, do you think you're a slave or something? What's wrong with you? Whenever you talk to someone, even if you don't know what they're talking about or cannot grasp of what they're saying, you continue to look them in their eyes.
Right.
Don't ever hold your head down to nobody.
Right.
I learned that from my grandmother. And you're
That's
right,
good.
Anna. Tomorrow is never promised. Why tomorrow's never promised? Because if you really look at it, if you really look at the foundation of our lives, we are nothing. And look at it. And I'm actually going to tell you to look at it as it is. We are what does the pastor say when they stick us into the ground? Ashes to ashes and dust.
Dust to dust.
So
Yep.
actually, Anna, we are nothing but a bag of dirt.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we are. If we look at ourselves that way, we could live better,
Mm-hmm.
be more respectful to people, love one another more.
Right.
But we are nothing but a bag of dirt.
Yes.
God has allowed us to put clothes on this bag of dirt. God has allowed ladies to have eyelashes and fingernails and paint their nails and toenails and things of that nature on this bag of dirt. God has allowed us guys to have suits and ties and Stacy Adams shoes and have a nice briefcase or a nice watch and a nice ring or a nice gold chain so we can place on this bag of dirt. Even though we may have a job, God loaned us that job. If we have a car, God loaned us that car. If we have a house or an apartment, God put that on loan to us for the time that we are here.
Mm-hmm.
Because once we're gone, once they cut open that bag and that dirt flows out of that bag, what's left behind us, who knows what's going to happen to it? We won't
Right.
because
Right.
we're dead and gone.
Right. You know what? That's what I never understood, and I don't knock nobody. So whoever hears this, please don't take it the wrong way. And I've always, like, when you read in the Bible, it says the dead knows nothing of the living. So I don't understand why is it, that people spend hours upon hours, sitting down at a grave site, talking to a grave site, telling the gravesite all their plans and what they're going to do. And I'm not, like I said, please don't take this the wrong way. Please don't feel like I'm being hateful or anything like that. But that person cannot hear you. The dead knows nothing of the living. So it's like whoever created that going to the grave site and telling your family, maybe it could be a source of comfort, but that person cannot hear you. And
That's
that's one of the things that I don't understand why people like glamorize that. You know what I'm saying? They glamorize that, and then you have all these I could put some flowers there and say I miss you and walk away, but I'm not going to sit up here and eat dinner and have break out with some candles and like set a table and I'm eating. You're not going to be able to enjoy that with me, and I don't understand people take it to the extreme.
well, you know what, baby? Let me tell you what I do. I have a setting at my table. I have a one of those bar type tables from IKEA with the four chairs and stuff. One of my plates, uh, I put a palm on one of those plates. That's God's plate. And
Amen.
whenever I think about my grandmother, she was a beautiful one. She was a mule. Yes, she was. She was a little short, 4 inch, 4 foot mule. But I loved her and I still love her. And
Of course.
I always place her on the other side facing God. When I cook, when especially on Fridays when I cook my salmon and I have my red wine, God and my grandmother at that table.
Okay.
So that's how I'm on. That's how I get comfort as far as my grandmother is concerned. That's how
Right.
I get my comfort.
Right.
You know,
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
get
But
my
I'm not trying to cut this short or anything, but I want to go ahead and finish this.
yeah. Go ahead, babe. Go
You
ahead.
just gave, you see what I put up there? I said, that's wisdom speaking right now. When you start kicking that wisdom, I had to throw that up there like, woo, okay, we get some wisdom today. If you don't know, you better ask somebody. So I came across the word medical kidnap. I did a story about it, one of my older videos, and medical kidnap was saying that through CPS, they're allowed to kidnap your kids medically, like through the hospitals. And I was like, wow, that's crazy. And I've been looking for the other site that I used a while ago. And do you believe I cannot find that site anymore? They must have taken it down. So Medical kidnapping a threat to every family in America today. And it's like Anna said, she took her daughter, went to the hospital to go have a baby, and they tried to say that Anna's daughter had morphine in her system in order to try to take that baby from her, which I think is cold blooded.
Yeah, it
And
is.
like I said, if you want a baby so bad, why don't you go and have some babies and let somebody steal your baby, or get sell your baby for your own profit, and stop taking other people's babies away from them because you think that you're being funny by doing that. And I would hate to say, I hate when I say things, it scares me because a lot of stuff that I say literally takes place. But I'm scared, and I don't know anybody, but I'm scared that one day one of these social workers are going to take one of these kids out of their houses and put them in a home with a person that is abusive in every sense of the way. And that child is going to remember that social worker. And one day that social worker is not going to understand, but that child is going to come back and cuss that social worker out and shame that social worker and may do something else to that social worker. So you have to be careful because some people don't forget what you do to them. You
That's
know
right.
what I'm saying? And one of them kids could snap and have been through so much turmoil, and you have forgotten the case, and they walk up to you in the street and say, "You remember me?" You like, "No." And they tell you what you did to them before they knock you off and rock your snot box. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
you got to be real careful because there's some very vindictive people like out here. They don't forget nothing that people do. And I'm not promoting this, but I'm guaranteeing you there are some kids that's probably thinking, if I could just get my hands on the person that ruined my life, I will take their life. And you do have people that's crazy like that. And so a lot of people don't think. Folks think of crazy stuff 24/7, 365. Sometimes when we have leap year, 366. Every second of the day, they're thinking of ways to get back at somebody that may have hurt them, destroyed them, or anything. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So it says if you live in the United States of America today and you have children in your home under the age of 18, every day you are in danger of losing your children to the state through medical kidnapping. Isn't that something? Something as simple as bringing your child to the local emergency room to care for an injury or sickness puts you at risk for being accused of medically abusing or neglecting your child, and having a doctor direct a social worker to remove the child or children from your custody by force. Since launching medicalkidnap.com in late 2014, we have published many dozens of such stories where parents lost custody of their children, of the child or children, simply because a medical professional deemed them unworthy parents. And how do you make that determination? You get what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Kids fall off bikes. Kids roller skate, they fall and they hurt themselves from being on roller skates. They might have gotten into a fight with one of their neighborhood friends. It could be anything. Your child could have gone to a restaurant, with you and ate something, and all of you guys got sick. You have the receipt to prove that you went out and got food poisoning, but then they'll turn it around on you and say that you tried to poison your own child. So it's so many things that these people do. And I'm telling you, I can't wait until the day that somebody stands up that have a lot of pull and will stand up against them and say, you know what, enough is enough. Every person that has adopted a child and it was illegally done, I would imprison every last supervisor, every last social worker, every last judge, every last lawyer, every last person that is connected to the corruption. I would jail them in the federal pen. I would prevent them from ever working and I will give them the thought process of that beloved grandchild that they love so much. I will make them think that the same thing has been done to them and make sure they have no contact on the outside. I would be really mean if I had that kind of pull and make them think because you did their child like that, we sent your child to a person. So now your daughter has to feel the pain of the other family. I will make them think that so that they can go through the same pain that these other families have gone through. You know what I'm saying? And once they figure out that they will be reprimanded for their behavior, it's not enough recommendations going down. I mean, like, not reprimands going around for these social workers to see that what they're doing is corrupt. It's not enough punishment out there for them. It's not enough of them in jail. It's not enough of them losing their jobs. As you can see, I did a video where it showed that a lot of these social workers have criminal background histories. They have a lot of background histories that are absolutely criminal. Some are DUIs, some are ex drug offenders, some are S abusers, some I can't say the whole word, apist. I'll say it like that. Some have been through all types of stuff, and just because they went off and got a degree, that does not mean that they have changed. That means that they got they got educated and working in that area, but that behavior is still the same. That does not mean that they have changed the behavior. And that's where a lot of people, that's why I say a lot of these people, they need to be tested. Like before they actually get in there, they need to be tested. And they need to have like one of those simulations where those virtual head things put over their eyes, and they need to do a virtual test. They need to hook them up to monitors and all types of things. And when put in types of scenarios, they need to not know, they're going to be graded. We just want to see how you would respond and start letting them get more comfortable as time goes on, and keep putting them through those simulation tests and see where their headset is. You know what I'm saying? And you can catch a lot of them. Like I said, with police officers, you can catch them and make them sign some kind of paper not sharing the information of the test or the simulation, and have them go into a home as a social worker and see if they will lie on that paperwork and make up things to make their case sound better. And when you know the simulation already, you created the program, so you know that the kid is not abused, you know that the family's house is not dirty, you know that everything is in order. But this social worker wants to impress their bosses and bring in more money. So in this simulation, you allow them to observe and take notes. If they continuously are honest, then you know that you're dealing with a good person. But if you get a person that starts doing the simulation, like, well, I need to get me some because they're saying that I'm not getting enough, kids in because there's too many calls. And once you find out who the ones are that will actually cause you a lot of money by being sued, you get rid of them. They need to do something drastic when hiring these type of people, because they're supposed to protect, they're supposed to serve you. They actually work for you because you are the reason why they have a job, because the call has been made out. Now, once that call is made out, I'm supposed to make sure that I do my investigation thorough. I'm supposed to be truthful in my investigation. I'm not supposed to be prejudiced against you. I'm not supposed to have any type of animosity towards you. Whether I'm a person that you knew back in the day and we had beef on the schoolyard, or we had beef in the neighborhood. Now you got some power. Now I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna say it like they say it. So for those that don't like it, I'm sorry. I'm gonna fix this hoe. I'm gonna show her who she dealing with. I didn't get her then. I'm gonna get that hoe now. And that's how they think. They talk just like that. And I'm not being funny. I'm being real. Newark, New Jersey caseworker. What happened? Said I'm missing something, Quincy. Yeah, they really do talk like that. So a lot of those caseworkers are so ghetto. They don't drug test them, so when they get off of work, they blaze up a joint. They go out drinking. They could be hood rats or whatever you want to call them. You know what I'm saying? And I'm serious. I'm
I
serious.
know.
I'm
I know
very
you are.
serious. You got all types of people. Why would I want a caseworker that be out twerking? I don't want no caseworker that she be out twerking and acting like a hoe. You 50 years old and you trying to put on 25-year-old jeans and outfits and your skin sagging and your tits look like peanut butter and water in a balloon drooping.
Jeez, that's hard.
But you you trying to be young. You trying to be young and trying to be hip, and you coming to work with blonde curly hair and got a bunch of makeup on, looking like Tammy Faye Baker, and you sitting up here trying to be somebody.
Butterfly
First of
eyelashes.
all, if I was a kid and I saw you, I would cry to hell. Put me under medication, cause bro, you don't know who the hell you want to be. You sitting up and you sitting up here, and some of these black women got on James Brown wigs and got a nerve to wear, and it'd be 1,000 degrees outside, and you got on leather with leather boots and tight clothes, and baby, your time is up. Your time is up. Yeah, just do your job. Your time is up, and you sitting up here with red lipstick on. If I was a kid, I'd be scared too. I'd be scared of you too, coming to my door looking like Frankenstein's creation. You know what I'm saying? And you got a nerve to try to tell me, no, you unfit. You unfit. Look at the way you dress. Your boss ain't told you that you look like you just fell off a train wreck. You unfit, and you want to come in my house and look around, and then when you come in my house, because you probably got a roach infested apartment, you coming around looking at my house talking about, oh girl, that's cute, that's cute, that's cute, mad at me because I got good stuff, and you done been to the AMPM, or you been to pick a piece furniture store, and now you mad at me because I got my stuff together. It's so many reasons. You know what I'm saying? It's so many reasons. These caseworkers, and then you got the men that's old as hell, and they see the young mama, you want to flirt with me, and you look like you got to take 15 Viagra's just to jumpstart your motor, and you mad because I don't want to touch you, and you may be fat, greasy, and bald, and you know what I'm saying? Don't nobody, come on now. You got all types. They want to try to make you sleep with them, and if you don't sleep with them, I would have cameras everywhere. They wouldn't even know what to do with me. I would have cameras everywhere, especially if it was a male and you trying to get at me, you'd be so fired. For real, you would be fired. Because I would not even try it. No, no, looking like last year's water buffalo, trying to come on to me. And you stink, smelling like sweaty, nasty 99-cent store cologne. Want to try to get at me. Who do you think you are? But that's the truth, though. I know it sounds funny, but it's the truth. That's what they doing. That's what they doing. And homegirl got a muffin top, sit up here trying to squeeze into a size 12, and you're a size 22, and you come into my house. And then you got high heels on, your toes is crusty, look like you beating up the concrete, walking up to my house, breathing all hard, and looking at the food on the table, and lips smacking the come on. I mean, it's so much that y'all may think I'm being funny, but it's real. It's real out there. These folks out here is crazy. A lot of these social workers is crazy. You know what I'm saying? They come in, they do all types of stuff because they may be jealous of you. They see your husband, he fine, and she like, she don't need him. He need to be with me. Why would he want to be with you? He married who he wanted to be married to. A lot of them covet over your partners, and if your partner don't give in, oh, so he not gonna talk to me. Newark, New Jersey caseworker. Oh, that's a caseworker I'm talking about? Oh, good God from Zion. Oh, Lord have mercy, child. I would have a field day clowning her. But yeah, I mean, and then you got those. Oh, honey, let me tell you. I saw a social worker. It had nothing to do with CPS or anything. I saw a social worker. When you come to somebody, when you working in that field, you're supposed to have on nice clothes. You're supposed to have on nice clothes, and your hair is supposed to be up to par. And so this social worker, I forget where she worked at, and she was talking crazy to somebody. Now, first of all, before you talk crazy to me, make sure your damn lace front wig is glued down appropriate, and that your scalp ain't peeking out from under your lace wig. You
Mm,
know what I'm saying?
mm, mm.
That sucker was rising up, and I was like, you know what? I'm about to get her. I said, ma'am, I like your wig, but your wig is lifted up, like it's about to go do a flip back. And she was like, oh. I said, you got any glue in your purse? Because I can glue it down for you right now. I embarrassed her so bad to the point where she left that girl alone because she was talking real rusty to her. Baby, make sure you together. And one nail was all chipped, looked like she was digging in dirt, like trying to do some planting during the weekend and didn't even clean her nails. I'm like, look at you. Look at you. You look dirty and dusty and crusty. You know, and you want to sit up here and talk crazy to somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So it's so many, it just they need to do better. They need to do better. If I wanted funding that bad, I would say, why don't you switch it around and give more money to the families that are getting their children back? I guarantee you, if you switch it around and say you'll give more funding to them for reunification, I bet you all kinds of kids be flying back through their family doors like hot jacks. You know what I'm saying? They will be flying through the door. Here, come get them. Here, come get them. Here, come get them. I want that money instead of taking them and putting them into bad situations,
Mm.
because some of these kids are placed in foster cares that they don't care. And I had mentioned before, that I had a friend, and I don't know who this woman is. I don't care to know, but wait a minute, hold on a second. I'm trying to see.
Quincy said, I can't go live with y'all.
Girl, I ain't trying to be. I'm not trying to be mean at all. I ain't trying to be mean. But look, to be honest, so I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I met a person, and this person was like, man, this when I say this girl can dress her butt off. I'm talking about this girl was so sharp, it wasn't even funny. And you got to be 1,000% careful what you wish for. I said, oh, I wish I had what she had at her house. And I didn't know that we were going to become acquaintances. We wasn't friends, but we were acquaintances. And one day she was like, you want to go with me to my house? I'm going to pick up the lunch that I left at home. I was like, cool, not a problem. Mind you, this girl was dressed to kill, and she was a social worker, and I believe she worked at CPS too. I think she worked at I didn't work at CPS, but we were connected. So she worked at yes, she worked at CPS. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, girl, you are, man, you dressed to kill. Man, you, oh my God. Every day I would see her like passing. She was dressed to kill. And I'm gonna keep saying that she was sharp. If you touched her, she would cut you. That's how clean she was.
Mm.
We get to her house, and it looked like somebody picked up her house and shook the hell out of her house. And whatever fell, fell.
Mm. Mm.
Her house was so damn dirty. She was walking over piles and piles of clothes. As soon as you get to the front door, you walking over piles of clothes. Dishes stacked in the sink. The house stank. I said, I'll stand outside because you can smell it as soon as you open the door. How the
Mm.
hell she looks so clean and her house is that filthy with her children running around, and you got a nerve to be taking other people's kids,
Mm. Mm.
and you got a nerve to be taking other people's kids, and your house is filthy. I'm saying if you opened your front door right now, and she was worse than a hoarder, and she didn't even have piles of stacks and stacks of stuff. It was just dirty. She didn't dust. They didn't clean. You can see the dirt. They had beautiful furniture. Oh my God, that furniture. I said, if I could have that furniture, I would be the bomb. Honey, that furniture looked like you can just grab all that dirt and dust and make you a little pair of, you remember the leggings that the girls used to put over their pants to keep their legs warm? You
Mm.
could have made you a pair of leggings from all the dirt that was on the table. The
TV.
TV had um, the TV had dirt on it and fingerprints. The floor had multicolors. I don't know if she was going for a marble look with the food that fell on the floor, but it was sad. The poor dog only had one corner, and the dog was kicking the stuff out of his little corner. That mess was so funny. I was sitting, but her car was clean. I give her credit for that. But it was so nasty, and them kids was running around so dirty. And I looked at her, and see me, I don't know how to shut up. That I got a problem with. I said, let me ask you a question. I waited, of course, till we got close to the job, y'all, because I didn't want to get put out. I didn't want to get put out the car. So we got in the parking lot. I said, let me ask you a question. She said, what? I said, how is it that you could be a CPS worker and your house is so dirty, it stank? I said, I'm keeping it real. Ain't nobody else gonna tell you. I said, but your house is a damn mess. And she said, I don't have a, I said, you got two adults in there with you, plus your husband and those little kids. I said, somebody could pick up something, a cracker, a biscuit, a piece of paper, something. I said, why don't you just get a dumpster and just like sweep that shit all in the dumpster? And she looked at me. I said, for real, you going and checking other people's homes and you telling other people to get it together. I said, but what if somebody was to see your house? That's why she kept her door closed and left her back door open, because she had a big backyard. I said, what if somebody was to see? I said, I just saw your house. I said, I ain't gonna say nothing. I said, what if somebody was to come up in there and see that and turn you in to CPS? She had the hardest swallow I ever heard in life. I thought she swallowed her whole head.
Mm.
I said, that is not cool. I said, you working in something like this and your kids, although they happy, they healthy, your house is tore up from the floor up. You dressed to kill and all that good old stuff. I said, but what if somebody happened to say, I'm gonna stop by your house, and you open that door, or somebody open that door not knowing, and CPS see how filthy that house is and take them kids out of there until you got that house together. I said, it wouldn't be so fun. And after we got out the car, it was a silent walk back to the building. She never invited me to lunch again, but I bet I gave her an eye opener.
Mm-hmm.
I bet I gave her an eye opener. I bet you that much. High five, mama. High five, mama. What's good? What's good? Yeah, so we never know. These CPS workers are doing all kinds of things to kids and families. But if you go to their house, some of them CPS workers have the worst conditions. They have spouse. Well, this has nothing to do with a CPS worker, but I'm gonna use this as an analogy. Like I have well, I'm not friends with her anymore, but I had a friend. She was a parole officer, or yeah, parole officer, and she dealt with parolees on a constant basis. But little did they know, I found out, but little did they know, and I'm saying this because it could be a CPS worker as well, you guys. This is why I'm bringing this story up. She was a parole officer, letting parolees out. She was checking on them. She was talking major crap, talking crazy to them, disrespecting them, threatening them, all types of stuff. When I got a call from one of my friends to say, you know, such and such, right? I was like, yeah, I know her. Yeah, what's up? It's the parole officer. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Guess what happened? I'm like, uh-oh, what happened? I don't like those guess whats and telling people business. So I'm like, what happened? We just found out that she's in a domestic violence relationship and she's a parole officer.
Mm.
What? Are you serious? And I was like, I don't believe that, because of the way she carried herself. You would not believe it. She was this tough, no-taking crap person. And I'm saying this could be a CPS worker, and there are CPS workers like that, no crap taking people. Because her boyfriend, well, it wasn't her boyfriend, it was her husband. Because her husband was whooping the crap out of her at home, she would bring that anger, because she couldn't fight back, to those parolees and treat them the way that she wanted to treat this man that was beating her. So you have a lot of social workers that are in domestic violence relationships, and you wonder why they are so mean and so hateful and want to snatch your kids up out of the house. They could be living vicariously through you and say, well, she got this beautiful house, and her husband is good and her kids, well, I'm taking them out, damn it, because my house is jacked up. What, why she gotta be happy? Why I can't be happy? Baby, all you gotta do is leave that fool. All you got to do is leave him. And once you get a peace of mind, then you will do your job better and not take it out on someone else. I don't know if I'm making sense right here.
Yeah, you making sense.
Okay. So these are a lot of reasons why some of these kids get taken out of the house too, because you have people that are being abused. And it's like that bully that's getting beat up at home. He comes to school and he puts his anger out on somebody else. And I believe a lot of these cases is that exactly. Or, that person just downright don't give a damn about nobody but their own self, period, point blank. I don't care about you. So what? It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So let me finish. It says in some cases it is as simple as telling a doctor you are going to seek a second opinion on a suggested medical procedure and then end up being charged with medical abuse and losing your children. So if you disagree with a doctor, some doctors, not all doctors, you have some absolutely wonderful doctors. So I'm making it clear, I'm not talking about anybody in these professions that are really good people. I'm talking about the corrupt ones, the ones that are giving people hell for no reason. So it says medical kidnapping is a part of a large problem of state sponsored child kidnapping. State sponsored kidnapping is where the state steps in and decides that they know what is best for a child or a group of children within a family, and then remove the children without any formal charges being brought against the parent. So this is sad in itself that people can make decisions about your kids, the kids that you laid down and pushed out of your body. Some people have had complications after giving birth to the child that they truly wanted, and said, you know what, if I die giving birth, at least I brought forth a child. Some people won't give up that easy. You're taking kids out of people's homes. That's not right. That's why I say, if they had their, if the shoes were on another foot, would they want that to happen to them? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. They would not want that to happen to them. How you highlight my name in the orange? I wish I knew how to do that, because I be trying that and it don't work for me either when I'm on YouTube. um, Okay, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, so this is the stuff that they do. They try to make you do what they want you to do, and they use their source of power to try to destroy families. But I don't get it. How can you, as a human, know that you are destroying somebody's life, somebody's family, and you don't have no remorse behind it? Are you that desensitized? Are you that cold blooded? Are you that heartless? Are you that hateful? Do you need psychological evaluation yourself? You know what I'm saying? Air Force 5, do they need psychological evaluation?
Yeah.
Because that's what it sounds like to me. It sounds like, you're dealing with social workers that may have some mental illnesses of their own, that may have some skeletons in their own closets, and some doctors and some lawyers and some judges. It's all kinds of stuff going on. It's sad. You want to say anything about that?
Nope. You said, you said it all.
Y'all was busting up at me when I was talking about the social workers though, but I'm serious. I mean, you should see some of these social workers though. Just go to one of them buildings and stand in front of it. You'll see some that are so, and I'm not teasing nobody that's overweight. I'm not. Absolutely not. I'm not teasing nobody that's overweight. That's something that nobody should ever tease anybody on. But you got some social workers that are so damn fat that it look like if they even suck on one noodle, they're gonna explode everywhere. They're that damn fat. And then they got a nerve to come to your house talking about, can they come in? Do you have some water? No. You should have got some water before you even came over here. Don't ask me for nothing. You got some man. I'm telling you, they got some jacked up looking social workers. They got some that they be you don't know what to think. Some social worker I've seen, like if you go to the building and look, you could just go to one that you know about. I've seen some social workers in my past where they had on like hoochie mama clothes. Like, are you coming to see me or are you getting ready to go to the club? Which one is it? Are you coming to see me? Oh, so you coming to see me before you go to the club? I'm your last stop. But that's the way they dress. Shit, I'm your last damn stop. You know what I'm saying? Shoot, if you that kind of social worker, then hey, I tell you what, don't come investigate me. I'll make sure you get into all the parties, and I guarantee you that heifer will be like, okay, okay. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. They don't have no structure about them. Some come, their paperwork is all mixed up and may read somebody else's case to you. I would be a smart ass and I would sit there and I'll let them go through that whole file. And then I'll be like, you breached that person's confidentiality. And I will record it too. You breached that person. You don't told me all this person business. I'm not that person. They don't always have their stuff together. They don't. They don't always have it together. Put what? They don't always have it together. And I think it's sad that people are actually going through all these different things with CPS. And people are even scared to go to the doctor. Now they got in one state that I read over the weekend that if you have a doctor's appointment, I gotta find that state and I'm gonna bring it probably in the next video. But if you miss a doctor's appointment or two doctor's appointments, they can call CPS on you. You believe that?
Yeah, I believe.
Yeah, what if you scheduled a vacation and you told the person at the desk, "Hey, I'm going on vacation. We're going to be gone for a couple of months. Don't put me down." And you were smart enough to record the conversation, so that it could cover your back, because you'll get charged if you miss an appointment. So the secretary, she's real busy. She didn't do it intentionally, but your child missed two appointments. They leaving messages. Of course, you're like, I'm not going to make it. I already told your staff that I was on vacation. So to cover their butt, they like, oh, she ain't answering. You got those people that will lie. They will lie to cover their own butts instead of saying, you know what, I forgot to write down. It's easier to tell the truth than it is to tell a lie. You can't get in trouble too much on being truthful. You could just be like, you know what, we had an emergency that day and you asked me to get up right away and I did, and I didn't get a chance to write it down. So yes, they did tell me they were on vacation. It's just that simple. You could have cleared it up, but no, you want to cover your butt thinking you're going to get in trouble and you cause more trouble for somebody else. All this stuff is based upon lies to cover their own butts. Maybe a social worker did not show up. See, I told you guys, my mind be thinking, as this lady named Queen, she say, stay woke. She always say, stay woke. And think about this. Say the CPS worker was supposed to go to someone's house, and the CPS worker is not a good worker at all, but is known to be a procrastinator and a lollygagger. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So because they are in trouble and they got found out that they may not have been doing their job, so they start writing all this stuff down, just making up stuff, just putting stuff down in the charts, not realizing that the stuff that you putting down in charts, you're actually causing these people harm. You might not have come to my house. Oh, so I'm gonna write that together wasn't there. Every time I leave a note at her door or a business card, she won't return none of my calls. When in fact, there was never ever a business card. There was never ever a visit by you. You know what I'm saying? And you're sitting here lying. Hold on a second. I believe a judge in Austin ordered Texas to stop investigating trans kids' parents. What? What? Wow, that's crazy. So we're gonna get into that too. Thank you for saying that. But so this person never made it to your house at all. If you are smart enough, even if you live in an apartment, I would advise you, like when I lived in an apartment, I had a neighbor upstairs, and I don't somebody was going in her apartment, and I thought that she was home. And I was like, "Well, you was home earlier." She was like, "No, I wasn't. I was at work." I said, "Well, somebody is upstairs walking around in your apartment during the hours that you're supposed to be at work." So she went on Amazon and she ordered herself a camera. And it's a camera that even records at night. And it had night vision and it gives really, really good footage. So I advise you guys, if you live in an apartment, to go invest in a night vision camera to put in your window leading to your door. Like if you have windows that point to your door, put it outside, put it next to the window that is next to your door. Or if you don't have a window close to your door, put it somewhere where it'll show your door, and then put it where it'll show the entryway to your apartment door. And so if somebody has any type of action, it's going to automatically record anybody that comes up to your door or comes through your gate, if you happen to have an entry gate or your patio, however your entryway is. And so if that social worker says, well, on this date, and it does date and time and stamp, this day I came and I put a card on the door and this person wasn't home, they're ignoring me. You know what I'm saying? So you can take that footage and you can download that footage, because it goes directly into your computer if you have Wi-Fi, and you can make copies, and you can actually hire you a lawyer pro bono, and you can have your lawyer go against that CPS worker and the actual company that she works for, and show that she has never, through that time, from that time frame to that time frame, when you say, well, what day did you come, you have lots of recordings, because it's a continuous recording, and that way you can have proof this person never ever came to my door. So you guys, you got to listen to what Air Force is saying. He's telling you, by any means necessary, and you get the one that records audio as well. And so that way it'll record the person coming up and the conversation. Don't stop it, record it right away, keep it, even if you have to email it to yourself. So there are so many ways that you can protect yourself. And all we're trying to tell you to do, what we're trying to tell you to do, is protect yourself. Make sure that you're covering your own butt, because these people can lie on you and not bat an eye. They can lie on you and not care what the future holds for you or your kids. They will go on with their life and not care what happens to you. And if you ask them 10 years later, hey, remember that person such and such? No. Who is that? Oh, that's the person that you said that you said that there was abuse in the family. Oh, really? No, I don't remember that. I did a lot of cases. So this is the part that I'm tripping. That's what I'm saying. You got to cover your own butt. And then they said with the medical kidnap, they said every day heartbroken parents contact us looking for help, but very few are willing to go public with their stories. They fear the state because they hold their children, and they want to believe that if they just do what the state tells them to do, they will get their children back. But that's not the case. But a lot of people have not heard, and a lot of people have heard about the California City Boys, the ones that were in foster care and their parents got foster parents, took their lives. So one of the ladies did an interview when they broke the news, and they did like on the news actually came out. The news actually came out. What do you know it for? Stop! I'm doing live. Hold on. The news actually came out and interviewed her, And because she spoke up and did an interview with them, they came and they took her children CPS. They gave, I guess they gave her kids back. I'm not 100% sure, but for some reason they took her children from her because she spoke up, and she did a interview with the news reporter. And I think that's cold blooded because she has the amendment right to speak her piece. So why would you come and take her children from her because she spoke her piece? And it said usually the ones willing to go public have already spent many weeks or months fighting a corrupt system, one that has little to no accountability, and they have given up hope. They want the public to know their story. They want to warn others. When they do go public, the judge over their case in the family court usually issue a gag order against them. Many attorneys around the country have stated that these gag orders are indeed unconstitutional. So listen to that, you guys. If the judge puts you under a gag order because you went to the news or you went and you spoke your piece about your case, it is unconstitutional for a judge to put you under a gag order. I need you to hear that, okay? It is unconstitutional. They cannot do that to you. You are allowed to speak your piece. Some
Yes.
of these judges have already ordered Health Impact News to remove the stories, but we have never complied with these orders as they are clear violations of the First Amendment protecting freedom of speech and freedom of the press. So they want to like not look bad, and so they want to try to do scare tactics. And if you do run into that situation, you keep speaking out even louder, because guess what? If they put you in jail, that judge can be fired and he could be put in jail for himself, because there's no reason for anybody to take away your First Amendment. This is what we are here for. These were written down in the law, and it said that it's not to be changed. But it seems like a lot of stuff they want to change, and people don't pay attention that they want to take away your rights from you. But that's not cool. And you do have those people that are fighting to keep your rights going. You know what I'm saying? And people shame that want to do corruption. They're the ones that shaming the people that want to protect their rights. Does that make sense to anybody?
Mm-hmm.
So just my video alone is not going to you know help, but I hope that it does something to help somebody um get some information, to fight back, that they can say, oh, okay, you mean to tell me? And if that judge tells you, hey, I'm gonna put you under a gag order, you have a right to pull up your First Amendment before him and say, you know what, you can't put me under a gag order because I'm protecting my freedom of speech and I'm protecting the freedom of press. So if you're gonna do this to me, when I start making a stink, go live like everybody else do. Get your social media, get your camera and start going live and telling people what this judge is doing to you, because he know it's unconstitutional. They say things just to scare you, and if you fall for the scare tactic, then they feel like they've won. But they got some people out here that's not gonna fall for that. They will throw them amendments at these judges and shut them down. And some of the judges don't even remember all the amendments, and they're sitting up there telling you order in the court. Well, tell me what the First Amendment say. Well, I'm not on trial. Well, no, you the judge, you should know it. What's my Fifth Amendment right? I don't have to answer. You should. You the judge. You got me on trial. So you have a right respectfully to tell them, hey, what is it? And if they come at it, what you say, okay, since you know that I have a freedom I have the right to protect my freedom of speech, you know that you're going against the First Amendment, right? So normally when you come with them with respect and you challenge them with your rights and they forget the law and you do it, hey, guess what? You're protecting yourself. And then you're protecting others, because there are other people that may be in the court listening that will come behind you and say, hey, yeah, 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 that part right there. So then what happens? You're starting to make a change and things are going to shift. But I do feel like things are about to shift. I do feel like there's somebody that's about to change the whole CPS system, and I really feel like it's going to happen in our time. I really feel like somebody's going to stand up. There's a team that's getting ready to launch an all-out attack on the CPS corrupt system, and we're going to start seeing some changes. And by the time people finish suing CPS, they're going to have to dig their stuff out the rubble. And I really feel that strongly. We're going to start hearing all types of success stories. And it says to speak life in the Bible, speak those things that be not as though they already are. And I'm speaking life to every person's situation, or anybody that may hear this in the future. I'm speaking life. Speak things that are not as though they already happened. If you're in the middle of a court case, you keep telling yourself, I won. I have proof. I have evidence. They're going to see my side. This social worker is going to get in trouble because I have proof. Keep speaking it. Keep speaking it. And if you get a bit of doubt, you know how the devil play in your head, because that's the devil's playground. Say, nah, I'm devil. Guess what? God said to speak those things that be though as though they already are. Speak it. Speak life. And stop saying, oh my God, oh my God. Like my pastor told me years ago, why would you say that? People say, how you doing today? Another day, another dollar. I ain't gonna say that. People are, how you doing? Another day, another $100,000. I'm speaking life into my situation. Why would I want to work a whole day and make $1? I know it's just a figure of speech, but why would you speak that over your life? How you feeling today? I'm sick. Okay, you're gonna be sick. Even if you don't feel well, how you feeling today? I'm a little bit under the weather, but I'm expected to feel better, hopefully, by later on. So we have to start speaking life into situations. If we don't, we're going to end up in the same situation. Yes, my daughter has a camera set up for my grandbaby. Yep, that's good. Am I babbling, y'all? Because I'm trying to give y'all some facts. I hope I'm not. Hello?
Hello.
I said, am I babbling or am I making sense?
You're making sense.
Okay. I'm just trying to make sure. I don't want to make it seem like I'm just like bluffing, but yeah, we got to speak life. We definitely have to speak life into every situation. And we definitely, I don't know where that girl Anna is, but I'm going to try to search and see if I can find her, because I'm very concerned. I'm very concerned. And I thank each and every one of you for being on this panel. Thank you so much for listening to me. And then they even said they got medical kidnap for adults too. So we're going to probably get into that later as well.
Okay.
See, adult medical kidnapping, they got that also. But I want to stick with the children. I know we went all over the place. That's why I said we're going to be talking about a whole bunch of stuff, not just one topic. But earlier,
Well,
Air
sometimes
Force, I have a
it's good.
question for you.
Yes, ma'am.
When I was talking about Mother Teresa, why did you stay quiet?
I it was just a surprise to me. It was just
Yeah,
it was just a surprise.
it was a surprise to me too. It
You
was a surprise to me too. And if anybody want to see what I'm talking about, put those thumbs up and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. I want those thumbs to go up. Like, put it in the chat, not the thumbs on the thing. Just put the thumbs up like Air Force just did. Let me see some more thumbs up and I will show you exactly what I was talking about. Because I'm shocked myself, because I used to hold her to high regards. You couldn't tell me nothing bad about that woman. Not a thing.
I know y'all still in here. Go and put them thumbs up.
Come on, y'all, put the thumbs up. Y'all talking about something else. Put some more thumbs up. Come on, Fire Mama. Come on, Anna B, so I can show y'all.
Fine.
Oh, Quincy put them thumbs up. You ready for this, Quincy? I didn't write this. I didn't make this up. So, hold on. Have you ever watched Vince Davis on YouTube about CPS? No, I don't know who Vince Davis is. No, I don't know who that is. Never heard of that person. Okay, you ready? Here we go. Hold on a second. Let me take it back to the top before I show y'all. Y'all don't get mad at me because I didn't write this. I had no dealings with it. I don't work for the company. Okay, hold on a second. It's all types of articles on this, so I'm not making this up. Am I right, Air Force?
Yes, ma'am.
Y'all see that?
No,
You don't see it?
it's me and you up here.
No, I'm talking about the article. You don't see the article?
Nope. It looks like it's coming. Okay, there it is.
Y'all see that? How can you join my live? Let me send the link to you.
You said that once before, Quincy. You better come up here this time.
Yeah, also Dr. Fauci, that is his mother, the one that's telling us to keep taking all these injections. That is his biological mother. And we saw that earlier. I don't know if let me see if I could find it again. Quincy got it. Come on, try it, Quincy. Let me look for this article real quick. I'm gonna flip screens. I'll be right back in the. I'm still here. Mother Teresa. Ah,
I want you.
okay. Okay, I found it. Okay, back to the same old drawing board. Come on, Quincy. Okay, hold on. Let me get back to it. Bad booty, you can't be hanging on me like this.
You talking to me?
Yes, hold on. Okay. There you go. What's going on, Quincy? I don't see you yet. Can you see that?
It should be coming. There it is.
Yep. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can get him. Welcome.
Welcome, welcome.
What's up, Quincy?
What's going on, my brother?
Not much, man. How you doing?
I'm doing excellent. I'm doing fine. I'm doing great. Thank
That's
God.
good.
Thank Allah.
Amen.
Amen. Now, I got a lot of things to say. I've been wanting to get on. I was trying. I was trying. Yes, I
Well,
was.
speak.
You social workers. Go ahead, get back to the social workers. I'm from Newark, New Jersey now. Those social workers out there, oh my God. Now you won't believe it. You won't believe it. Hey, sis, you was telling, yo, I'm laughing. I just bugging thinking about that. Oh my God. They piece of shit out there. Excuse me for my language.
You can
There's no
cuss. I
good
ain't
out
gonna
there.
stop you.
I
Speak how you speak on this panel. That's the way you express yourself. That's the way you express yourself. As long as you ain't calling nobody on the panel that, so I'm cool.
right. Hey, I've been through a lot. I've been through a lot, especially with my son.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
like, like I said, my son mother passed away. He was 3.
Mm-hmm.
My son's 17 now. I said I did a good ass job, a damn good ass job. He
Mm-hmm.
passing. You talking about going to college? Like the social worker thing, man. They was trying to take my kid and everything. I fought. I fought hard. I did
Good.
actually 6 months from New York to New Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
Court. Nobody tell the truth. I'm gonna tell y'all something. Nobody really don't got full custody of their kid. Always remember that.
Mm-hmm.
As long as you get that paper and that stamp saying that you got full custody of your kid, yes,
Mm-hmm.
you got full custody of your kid. I got receipts and everything to prove to show you that I got full custody of my kid. Ain't
Okay.
nobody in the world can take my son away from me
All right now.
That's good.
at all. Ain't nobody got custody of their kid. If anybody know that, if y'all don't know that, nobody got custody of their kid. Go to court, get that paper, get that shit stamped. The judge can stamp right there in front of your face, right on the bottom of your paper.
Mm-hmm. Real talk.
I'm trying to tell you. Trying to tell you.
Real talk.
I could have got custody. I could have got custody of his brother. I said, nah, his mother is. I mean, his father's still living, so
Mm-hmm.
I allowed him to go to his father. Either I could have took custody of his brother, but it ain't. His father's still living, so I won't even do that. But yes, he do see his brother, talk to his brother. But we just in a whole nother town. Whole other,
Mm-hmm.
I left Newark alone. Newark is a bad place. It's a good place, but it's a bad place at the same time. There's a lot of gang activity going on up in there. A lot of stolen cars, drugs activity. Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Mm.
it is. Definitely, I'm
Wow.
I'm definitely from Newark, New Jersey, from the roughest part of the neighborhood that's out there.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yes, I left that alone after my mother passed away. See, I'm the only child,
Mm-hmm.
and the streets raised me.
Okay.
My mother, besides my mother raised me, the streets raised me. Like
Mm-hmm.
the streets was my father, my brother, and my sister. But since I met y'all, my brother Nick, my sister, we break chains. Now I met you, my brother Air Force One. I mean Air Force Five. Excuse me.
Mm-hmm. No
I
problem.
look at you as my big brother also, and I appreciate everything what you're doing, everything both of y'all doing. I love y'all for
Thank
life.
you.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you.
We love you, man.
Yeah, make
I
sure
tell
you
you,
email us. You want to give him your email. My email is on my page. The tab says about. You can always go to that. If it's something you want me to talk about, something you want me to share, I will definitely. But like I said, as long as we're not cussing each other out, you can
right,
express yourself. How you see fit. I'm not gonna sit up here and tell you how to talk. You grown. I'm not your mom. I'm not your daddy. You talk how you talk. If that's how you express yourself, that's how you express yourself. And I hate when a lot of people say, "Oh, don't say this," but when you get off of there, you the biggest cusser there is. You know what I'm saying?
right,
So be
right,
who you are. I mean, everybody be who you are. If that's how you express yourself, that's how you express yourself. I'm not. He put his email address down there for you.
I see, I see. I'm definitely
Yeah.
real. Definitely real. I've been real for the longest. I was a big fan of this thing. Actually, I was cool with what's that? Illuminati Media.
Yeah.
If you know what I'm talking about, Tommy.
Yeah. Tommy. Yeah.
Yeah,
He just
we had a little
disappeared.
fallout. Yeah,
Where's he
yeah.
at
I don't know
now?
what
He
happened to him.
disappeared. Yeah, he got
I
to
don't know
getting
what
into
happened to
weird
him.
stuff, and it started like I was his moderator, and me
Yeah,
as
me too.
moderator, I don't disrespect. I don't say things. I just kind of scan and make sure everybody's being appropriate. And I lost
Right,
my last channel, and so when I came back, he was like, "I'm not making you no moderator. I'm not gonna do that. You got your own channel." And I was like, "Okay, it's time for me to go because I've never disrespected him, and I don't believe in disrespecting people." Even if I disagree with them, I don't believe in disrespecting with
right,
people on their page. That's their work. That's their research. So if I don't like it, and I even feel bad if I have to if they like put thumbs down, I don't even do that. I just make a polite comment and say, I kind of disagree because I feel this way, but I'm just one person, and I gracefully bow out. But this is not a
right,
platform, or this shouldn't be YouTube shouldn't be used to be having YouTube wars and beef and
right, right,
disrespecting. I get mad at Air Force 5 because he reprimanded me on something that I might have said, instead of me being adult and say, you know what? Let me look at that. You was 100% right, Air Force 5. But no, I'm gonna get up here and I'm gonna just call him out and just start talking about him. That tells you who
Right,
I am,
right,
and that makes me look. If people think it makes them look good, no, it makes you look stupid.
Yeah.
It makes you look really
right,
stupid. You're dumb. You're playing into the immaturity, huh?
right. And, no disrespect to that man, no talking about him, and that's what we was going through.
Yeah,
Anything he went through, I'm there. Like he could
right.
tell you, I'm there, I'm there, I'm there. Like that's just me. I'm there. Like I'm there.
Well, I
Like,
definitely appreciate each and every
then
one of you guys. I definitely do.
and then he had a little word with Just 33, and man, Just 33 got into it. Like,
Who?
and Just 33 production.
I I
He he
seen him
just
before.
he just I don't know what happened to him. He just mapped off the earth too. I don't know what happened to him. But
Well, you know,
we had a little words for him. We squashed that man to man. It was just
yeah.
some he stay stuff. Some little
Yeah,
kid stuff.
if I do something, definitely hit me up in my email and tell me what I did. And if I know that I'm wrong,
Right, right,
when I get in this, I'll be looking for you and say, you know what, I owe Quincy an apology
right,
because he said that he felt like I stepped out of line, and I can't tell somebody else that they're wrong for their feelings. Your feelings belong to you. I don't own
right,
your feelings. So if you feel like I did something, and that's for anybody on this panel, let me know because I will straighten up my wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
right,
I'm not too proud to apologize. I don't care about that. It's just it is what it is. But like if I put something up and you come at me crazy, like I did a Kyle Rittenhouse live and somebody came at me crazy and I said, I'm not here to argue with you. It's my opinion, it's my channel, and I can say what I want to say. And if you don't like it, you could gracefully excuse yourself. So they had
correct,
nothing else to say. We weren't gonna do the back and forth thing.
correct, correct, correct. But
Are you still there, Air Force?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Oh, you got company?
No, 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 no. Mm-mm.
Oh, okay. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't embarking on your company. Go
No.
ahead, Quincy.
you right about that one. But Miss Anna, Sister Anna, you got it. You got it. Like I said, I got your back. Just do what you got to do. Stay focused for your kids. Keep
Anna, Tommy
the
just
devil's alive.
disappeared.
The devil's alive. You up here, Anna?
Hmm.
Trust and believe the
Who's on the
devil's alive.
line? I hear another voice.
Those my kids.
Oh, hi, children. How are you?
That's good. That's
All
good.
right, that's what's up. You keep on making your daddy proud. Keep on doing good.
They all here blushing.
Keep doing good. Keep up the good work. Make your daddy proud. So, what are you inspiring to be? You don't have to say your name. What are you inspiring to be? A who?
A boxer.
A boxer. Okay.
Oh, I'm gonna stay
They're
away
trying
from
to
you.
they're trying to follow their cousin's footsteps.
All right, all right, all
Uh, they,
right.
uh,
That's what's up.
my nephew, I don't know if y'all never heard of him. Y'all probably they heard of him. If y'all know, he up on YouTube. Shakur Stevenson,
Uh-uh. I haven't heard of
WBO, WBO light heavyweight champion of North from North New Jersey. Check him
What's
out on
it?
YouTube. He on YouTube, Shakur Stevenson.
Jacoy Stevenson.
He the next big thing out here coming.
Okay.
Just look him up. Check him out. Check out his YouTube. He got another little YouTube videos up there. His first boxing
Hey,
match.
hey, Quincy, did you
Yes,
hear
ma'am.
about that lightweight boxer? He did his first boxing match and I guess he got hit, and later on he ended up passing away.
Um, um, yeah, I did hear something about that. If I ain't mistaken, I think he's from Pennsylvania.
Yeah, that was sad.
Yes, yeah. It
That
was.
was
I
really
think it was
sad.
I think it was a migraine. Something, something. It's something got to do with the head.
Hmm.
That's one thing about boxing too. That's a good sport, but that's a bad sport also, because you get a lot
Yeah.
of head damage, head injuries, and that's serious. But it's great talking to y'all. I love you all, but I'm gonna still be on the chat. I'm just gonna just keep on tuning in. But damn sure I will always jump in the chat if I could.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate you for coming on. I definitely do.
God bless you all,
God bless you, man.
God
and
bless you as
everybody on
well.
the live. God bless you also, everybody on the live.
Oh, that's
Get
so
them thumbs
sweet.
up.
Thank you. Oh, shucks.
You
You
already
heard
know.
him.
Hey, get them thumbs up.
You heard him.
Share, subscribe, share, subscribe. Share it on Facebook, whatever, Instagram, whatever you want, Black page, whatever. Share it, share
Hmm.
it.
Right. Amen. I like those kind of
Amen.
calls. Quincy better start visiting more too when we get live.
Yeah.
I know this live was a bit long and I made y'all laugh. That's what I wanted to do. I know that you guys have other things to do, so I'm gonna end this live. But Air Force, if you could please do what we normally do and pray us out.
Oh, Father God, we thank you so much that you had allowed us to wake up this morning with the blood running warm in our veins. We thank you for the things that we take for granted, such as our sight, our sound, our taste, our touch, our smell, and our mobility. We thank you for it all. We thank you for our homes, the roof over our heads, the clothes upon our backs, and the food that you have allowed us to have in our refrigerator, the transportation, whether it be private or public. We thank you for it all, most merciful Lord. We thank you for our jobs, Father God. No matter how hard the task may be at times, but we just thank you for it all. We thank you for our children. We thank you for our grandchildren. We thank you for our friends and neighbors that we have come to know and to love. We thank you for those who are on this panel this evening. We thank you for Anna B. We thank you for Quincy. We thank you for Tracy. We thank you for Fire Mama. We thank you for who else was on here? Um, Fire Mama. Let me see if I can go back. We thank you for each and every
Tracy.
Tracy. Tracy, yes, 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 yes. We thank you for them all, most merciful Lord. And I just ask that you will bless them, that you will keep them, that you will forgive them for any and all sins that they may have committed through their thoughts, their words, and their deeds. Have mercy upon all of us. Keep us in your tender arms and your loving care. Thank you for your grace and mercy upon our lives. And we ask, Father God, that if it be your will, not ours, but your will, Father God, that you will allow us to go to bed, go to bed with a good heart, a clean heart. Miss Inez, that's Inez Johnson. That's what I forgot to mention. But bless us all, most merciful Lord, for all that you have done and all that you will do. We ask this in your mighty name and in the name of your Son and our Savior Jesus Christ. And the Holy Spirit, I pray. We pray. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Do your kids want to say anything real quick, Quincy, before we end the live? They want to tell us where they're going to be fighting at or anything like that?
They shy.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All
They
right.
shy.
All
Well,
right. Maybe next time.
yeah, I want to put out
Yeah.
something that Denzel Washington said in one of his movies called The Equalizer.
Mm,
And he
mm,
told
mm.
and he told one of the guys in this movie that took he was from Turkey, and they were on the train, and this guy had abused his wife and took his daughter from her mother and was traveling back to Turkey. Well, Quincy Jones had told this guy, he said there's two types of pain, one that hurts and one that alters. And I'm going to tell you, guys, I was trying to figure out what does that mean, one that alters. And so I looked it up, and right here, no, that's not it. Okay, all pain alters. Pain can alter your posture. Pain can alter your biomechanics or whatever ever emotion or activity exasperates the pain. Even emotional pain will alter the way we share and express feelings. Any pain can and will alter our perception of reality. Anything you experience while in pain will be altered by that pain. When you are happy and healthy and partaking in activity that you typically would enjoy, you will perceive that experience as being joyful. But doing that same exact activity while in pain, your perception of that experience will not be nearly as enjoyable because pain alters your perception of reality. Next time you are in pain, try watching a funny movie. When you feel better, watch the movie again. It will be the same movie, but when you enjoy the experience more in pain, you experience the movie more in a pain free state. This is why your body will make alterations to your posture, your biomechanics, in an effort to minimize the amount of pain you experience. So, yes, there are two types of pain: pain that hurts and pain that alters. So, ladies and gentlemen, please, if you have any pain that may alter your posture or your bio experience, find a good movie that's funny. Find a good movie that's funny. Find a good TV program that's funny. And go back after your pain of hurt subsides. Go back and look at that movie again, that funny movie again. It will alter your position, it will alter your biomechanics, it will alter your whole state of being. So be happy, be joyful, be loving, take care of one another, but especially take care of your children and your grandchildren.
Mm. With that being said, we're not going to touch nothing else. We're going to say thank you to everyone that joined. I appreciate every last one of you guys. We will be going live again tomorrow about 2 p.m. Don't forget to share the video. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to hit that post notification. And I am so thankful for each and every one of you, even those that have not joined the panel. I am grateful for every last one of my subscribers. I love you all. And please, anybody that knows the Anna that we're talking about that joined us last week, if she gets back on, please send one of us a email to let us know that you are okay. We're still thinking about you and the things that you're going through, and we're still praying with you.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm not going to touch that prayer. And I'm going to say thank you, everybody, and we will talk to you later. Bye.
Bye bye.